Today I'm going to share with you how I go from this to this, a simple day to night look. This is quick and simple and a perfect way to salvage the makeup that you already had on from the day if you are going somewhere at night or you just want to kind of amp it up just a little bit. I'm going to be using all Nova Beauty products to create the look today. This video is in partnership with Nova Beauty, so of course a major thank you to Nova Beauty for sponsoring today's video and working with me as always. I feel like I have a lot of holy grails from Nova Beauty. Like, they have been my ride or dies for 2+ years. Amazing. I think the quality is just A+ and so affordable. Genuinely use them all of the time. So I'm gonna put this portion of the video in a voiceover. I'm gonna put my hair back and let's get straight to it. First thing I love to do is always spritz the face, just get it rehydrated from whatever's on from before. Then I'm just taking the Nova Beauty brush, the complexion set I will list for you down below. I'm just reapplying a little bit of light foundation just right over top. The hydration is really just going to help mesh it all back in, and I'm just doing a light layer. Then I'm just recurling up my eyelashes with the Nova Beauty eyelash curler. And then to bring some warmth back into the skin, I'm taking that same brush and applying a little bit of cream bronzer to the brush and then popping it right onto the skin and blending it in, just using some buffing motions and really just applying it where we had it earlier, just intensifying it a bit more. I do like to have a little bit more for nighttime or just when I'm adding to a daytime look, I'll just be applying a tiny bit more, and this just meshes right into the skin. These brushes blend the product so beautiful, I'm telling you, like, so affordable and so gorgeous. So just applying this on the perimeter of the face everywhere, pretty much that I want a little bit of warmth, especially down to the neck as well. And I always like to add a little bit of a bronzer to the lid just to kind of make sure everything is all cohesively blended. In this case, it's going to be the cream bronzer, but just applying a tiny bit there. Love applying a liquid highlighter, so I'm just going to apply the Nova Beauty liquid. This is the Face and Body highlighter in the shade Bronze. I'm going to tap a little bit into the palm of my hand and just get a little bit on my fingers and blend it into the high points of the face as well as the nose. It just melts so beautiful into the skin, gives that extra radiance, and looks like it's coming from within. I did have on a liquid highlighter previously, but when you add a little bit more right on top, it just melts right in. Taking the mini little sponge from Nova Beauty, I'm applying a little bit of a blush. This is a cream blush, and I'm just popping it right into the high points of the face. Looks beautiful. To intensify the eyes a little bit, a brown eyeliner will always do the trick. So this has a little bit of shimmer to it, and I'm just running it on the lower lash line area, keeping it kind of low because I'm kind of smudging it there. And this just makes the eyes just pop. If you haven't tried Nova Beauty's eyeliners yet, like, now's the time. They're so creamy and they last all day. I really, really love them, especially the ones that have a little shimmer to it. I think it just has a little bit of pizzazz, but still looks and ties every look together, and it's pretty subtle. Take a smaller brush, which is more of a defined brush, and I'm taking the Nova Beauty eyeshadow palette and running that brown shade right on top of it and just kind of smoking out that liner. So beautiful. It's not precise in any way, but looks stunning. Then I'm going to take both of the shades from both of these palettes, a brown and a more of a deeper brownish black almost, and running that right on top just to define it a little bit more and get a little bit more of a smoky vibe. I'm really loving that look right now where I'm keeping it more on the lower lash line and then just diffusing those two shades onto the lid. Kind of messily, but it's kind of like an all matte vibe. I love it. It ties the whole look together, and you can easily go from day to night in 2 seconds. So as you see, I already have mascara on from the day, so I'm just going to have a little bit more of an oomph. So I just want to recurl them slightly and then just apply a little bit of mascara to the lashes. I'm really trying to get from the root so we can make them look a little bit more volumized as opposed to clumpy. Like, I don't want them clumpy. That is pretty key when it comes to applying over top of any mascara. You don't want to have it looking like spiders. So just applying a light layer from the root and a tiny bit to the lower. So for the lower and a little bit on the lid, I applied a little bit of this brown shimmer shade from the Nova Beauty palette. I think it is stunning. For the lid, I'm going to take it right on my finger and tap it right into the middle, and it just looks great. Like, I love a little bit of shimmer. It's nothing crazy, but it also just ties the whole look together and I think amps it up just a bit more. I always like to reset the face in certain areas, especially when we're building on top of our day look. So I'm taking that mini beauty sponge and applying a little bit of setting powder directly underneath the eyes and just pushing into the skin. It effortlessly pushes and blends right into the skin, especially if you have your face spritzed with a makeup setting spray or just to refresh it. It will automatically just melt right in. Light shimmer shade will always help the inner corner of the eye and the brow bone. So just applying a little bit over there just to help brighten it up, but also keep it a little bit more of a glam look. For my lips, for daytime, I did have on a slight lip liner with a little bit of lip balm. So now to intensify that up a bit, I'm taking the Nova Beauty lip liner in the shade Nude 02. It's a beautiful, deeper nudish pink. And well, it's more nude, but a little bit of a pinkish tone to it. I'm just going to go ahead and line up my lips. It was in this moment I realized I did not add setting powder to the rest of the face. So I'm taking a smaller brush from Nova Beauty and just packing on a little bit more setting powder into the under eyes a bit more, as well as underneath the contour, a little bit on the forehead and by the chin. And that's just going to help ensure to lock everything down and keep everything in place all night. To deepen up the lips a little bit, I'm taking the Nova Beauty lipstick. I'm going to be using 2 shades today. The shade Real first over top of the lip liner, and then I'm going to take the shade Heaven and pop that into the center. Real is a little bit more of a warmer tone, and then the shade Heaven is going to be a little bit more of a cooler, like nudish pink undertone. So beautiful, and just applying both of those, I think completes the look. Just re-outlining my lips a bit more to have a defined lip line, and I'm actually using the Nova Beauty brow pencil, because I love that brown tone to the lips. Topping it off with a little bit of a gloss from Nova Beauty. Such a stunning gloss, and I think makes the lips look even more like volumized and just so glossy and perfect. So beautiful. So that is the look, how I go from day to night. I absolutely adore these products. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me today. I'll have all Nova Beauty listed down below, and I will see you in my next one.